Seems like it is. But I won't know until I go to stop and check the recording. Because I'm just figuring out how to record on my PlayStation 4, and you guys get to take part in that learning process with me. I do wish it would have recorded that first time because I got a ton of bobby pins in there. And this time I got some, but not as many. Typically when I don't do high luck characters, I don't get any in there, and then I have to rely on the bobby pin on top of the car when you first get into town. The one bobby pin to unlock everything in Sanctuary, and hope it doesn't break. Usually I'll find a couple more bobby pins within Sanctuary itself, but it can be frustrating when you don't and you have to go back and unlock all that bullcrap. For those of you who watched and actually enjoyed my live stream survival game, I will be getting back to that at some point. I just wanted to do a regular recorded normal game because survival is very hard, and I didn't know that. I thought it was more like hardcore mode. I don't even think I got a bobby pin out of that one this time. I thought it was more like hardcore mode, and in many ways it is like hardcore mode from New Vegas, but you take way more damage. Like, I had almost full health in one of the vids and was fighting a mongrel or something, and it one hit killed me. And I was just like, maybe recording on survival not the best idea to start off, because I will die a lot. And it'll just cut into the flow of the whole series, and nobody wants that. Everybody wants a solid flow, a healthy flow. Yes, I'm making naughty references. You can do with that what you will. It actually works for several different meanings. Oh, you two are dead. Now, I have the guide for this, but I bought it, and see, I have this game and all of the DLC expansions on the PC, but I don't have a PC anymore, so I had to go out and buy this for my PS4. And I haven't bought the expansions. I don't know if I will, because it already sucks having to own two different versions of the same game just so I can play it. But I do know the game well, so I was hoping that because I knew the game well, this would be a good game to start my Let's Play series and my broadcasting career, as it were. Maybe career is a strong word. I did go to school for audiovisual production. I didn't finish. Car broke down and I just wasn't motivated at the time. Had a new girlfriend and all that mumbo jumbo. So that I finished all the audio, but I was like 3 classes away from finishing the video production. But I have not done any like broadcasting classes or, you know, what's another one that people get? Media, something or other. Digital media degrees. There's like 13 different types of degrees for the same thing, you know. My degree would have been more focused on the production side as opposed to, you know, being on camera or on the mic. But, you know, I always wanted to act, but unfortunately I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and there's like one management group here, and they select whether they're going to represent you. I have no resume, so it's hard to get your foot in the door. I would love to act, but it just hasn't come up yet.
There we go.
Really? The first one? He just talks about different people that he sells drugs or wants to see right there. And he sells drugs to or intends to sell drugs to.
Sweet.
But anyways, I have the guide to this, and in the guide it says that somewhere in this room is a Nuka cherry, and I don't believe I have ever found it. So, I don't know. I don't know. And I've even come back later and used my handy dandy notebook, my town building options to clear the room out of almost everything, pretty much everything, and I still didn't find the dag-nabbit thing. What was I saying? But I'm gonna go around and clear out Sanctuary. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the bloat flies before I have to do it with Codsworth, because, you know, I don't want him stealing my XP. I don't want it to go down like that. Oh.
No way I could pick this.
On most of my playthroughs, I haven't noticed that safe. I'm sure it's in my guidebook. Now, I'm not sure if my guidebook covers all of Fallout's 4 versions or if it's just PC, so. And I'm not buying another guidebook. So far, it's been pretty accurate for this. It's good enough for government work. It's good enough. But anyways, yeah, I've been interested in acting. I don't really want to be a celebrity or a star or a millionaire. That's not why I want to act. I just think I would be good at it. I'm a fan of certain actors who I think are really great actors. Like, for instance, you know, another Cincinnati guy, Woody Harrelson. Great actor. Because I've seen him play so many different types of characters. I've seen him play a tough guy, a country bumpkin, an idiot that was on Cheers. He was kind of a Kelso type of character. A flamboyantly gay guy. I've seen him play a gay guy who was also a tough guy. You know, I've just seen him do a lot of different types of characters. Christian Bale is another one that's, I've seen him do all types, of different roles. One of my favorites is, I think it's the movie Fighter with Mark Wahlberg. He plays a crackhead, and he was so hilarious as the crackhead. It was a great role, And then Psycho, he had funny moments, and he was like the scene where he's got everything covered in plastic, and he's talking about Phil Collins before he murders that guy was just hilarious to me. Because he's just running around being all upbeat and kind of gabby and talking about Phil Collins, and all the while he's planning on murdering this dude that he's talking to, which is very serious. It's very juxtaposed to what he was doing on the screen. Another one, Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't care for him at first because, he died in all of his movies. But I tell you what, the boy can act. He can act. I've seen him play a bunch of different characters. Not just different characters, just you can see real differences in the roles. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? He plays a Down syndrome kid. And Django, he plays a,
That's it.
southern plantation owner who's kind of over the top, and he, it was weird because the dentist guy, the mercenary dentist guy, was killing his role, doing an awesome job in that movie, and was really stealing the show all the way up until Leonardo DiCaprio entered the movie and completely blew it away. That's usually a pipe pistol. Go luck. What is my luck? I know it's not 10. Okay, it's 9. Completely blew it away. I feel bad a little bit for the guy that played the dentist, but they both did a great job. And those are kind of, the actors that I would want to be like, where I'm actually seriously into the role, and each of my roles is different. Not just a different character and name, I mean just different from each other. There are some actors that people love them, and they win a lot of awards, and they get a lot of accolades, and I like them, but they pretty much have they play the same personality in everything. One that I'll mention a few just so you can get a frame of reference. Denzel Washington. Good actor. He's okay, he has a very good personality. The words are not, I'm failing words failing. He has a bright personality, and I think he's, for what he does, he is a good actor, but he is kind of the same guy in every movie, like Sylvester Stallone, and Nicolas Cage is always the same, the same guy in every movie. I mean, he's not the same guy, but he's got, every character that he plays has generally the same personality, if you finally get what I'm saying. Um, there's a lot of actors like that where it's just generally, you know, they're good actors. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're pretty much the same personality for all their different characters. You know. And that's not kind of what I want to do. That's not the kind of actor I would want to be. I don't know why I'm focused on that and not commentating about Fallout 4, but a little background into me during these boring parts where I'm just running around rat fucking everything in Sanctuary. Because I needs it. I needs this the shite. I need it. I want it to be mine. And as I said, you can go immediately to Codsworth, and he's gonna try and help you find Sean, at which point he senses life signs in this building and that other building over there that I was in a little bit before. And it's just these bloat flies. And you basically go with him and kill all these bloat flies. But, you know, he comes to this building first, immediately starts killing the bloat flies, which can rob you of your XP, as well as, you know, as soon as he's done killing the bloat flies, he runs to the next building. You don't have time to really search anything. And if you do try and search things, he'll kill all the bloat flies in the other building, and you won't get any of that XP. And I know it's not a ton of XP, but at level 1, it's worth it to get as much XP as you can get. It's not too hard to get XP in this game, but just as well, I'd rather get as much as I can get. I missed something in one of these buildings. I'm sure of it. I'm so sure. Because I was talking to you guys and not paying attention. And I don't understand. Like, there's another. If you want to check it out, kind of my inspiration to start doing these was there's a guy, I guess his name's Jeff, and he lives in Idaho. But he has a channel called Graphic Gaming, and he plays World of Warcraft. And he's an entertaining guy. Little hard to watch for me because I'm such a, you know, like now, I know all this stuff from memory. It doesn't take me long to map out the worlds that I'm playing in. My mind processes things very fast, so. And he's a bit of a scatterbrain, so he misses a lot of stuff. And forgets things, and says he's gonna do stuff, and then completely forgets them for like 5 episodes. And, you know, he's not that great at World of Warcraft. And he just doesn't improve ever at all, no matter how much he plays. Which is frustrating. But he's funny, so they're definitely worth watching. I mean, I'm not a fan of when he breaks into song every once in a while, but they're worth watching. So, you know. But he would get to commentating, and, you know, at some points you would see him just running around in circles because he was so there it is. I knew that safe was in one of these buildings. And that would bother me. Like, how can you not talk and keep track of what you're doing at the same time? But now that I'm actually doing it, I see that it is more difficult than it would appear at first. you know, so. I feel your pain, Jeff. I feel your pain. Alright, this is the last, well, besides my house, this is the last building that I really have to raid. And I may talk to Codsworth before I go into my house and raid that one, just to break it up a little bit. And sometimes Codsworth will try and follow you into the house if you skip him, and get mad when he starts to initiate a conversation and you walk away because you don't know he's behind you. He gets irritated and makes some snarky little comment that make me want to disassemble him. Dissemble him? Dissimulate? That's not even a word, I don't think. It is now. It is now. I'm not going to read any of that. If you want to read it, pause the video and read it yourself. Why did I do that? And I always store certain aid items that I think they need to put a quick menu in for that. I always store bubblegum and dog food. I don't know if there's any recipes for them, but they're not much good on their own, so I assume that there are some kind of aid, some kind of chemistry or cooking recipes for them. So I put all this stuff in here too. You know, of course, the big thing to store besides your junk is anything that you can grow as a crop, like gourds and razor grains and corn.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
Codsworth. What happened to the world?
The world, sir? Well, besides our geraniums still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around here. Things will be so much more exciting with you and Mrs. Back. Where is your better half, by the by?
She's in a better place.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
How does a newborn play charades? I guess he just likes people acting funny. He giggles.
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
Oh, I gotta touch
200
that.
years? What? Are you?
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Codsworth, you're acting a little bit weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible.
Ting
2
tong.
centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Oh, nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! The car! How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Have you seen anything dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, sir. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate?
Codsworth, I already looked. They're not here.
Then they're really gone, aren't they? No, sir.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
You can't give up, sir. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. I shall remain here and secure the home front.
All right. You diggity to do that. And I dinged. I dingered. I will level up in a second after I grab all this. All these wonderful things
Bingo.
that I may use to build settlements. Although, if I do any settlement building, unless somebody really asks for it, I'm sure there are a lot of really neat settlement building vids on YouTube. So, I would probably do that all off camera.
I'm coming, buddy.
Oh, you're special. Well, I'm gonna do intelligence. Now, there may be more of those around. I haven't really looked at the guide as far as that's concerned. So I don't know. But I think that there are. Maybe. But then again, maybe not. Let's do one more. Store all my junk. See if I picked up anything else. No. I don't need any of that. This character I decided to do a little different. And play some things that I have never really done before. Oh, I'm 2 points away from it. Yeah, I'm gonna do punching with this guy. He's gonna be a knockout artist. What do I have? Nothing. I can put these on and gain some perception. I'll do charisma just because. I don't know that intelligence raises much. Outside of, leveling up. And bonuses don't apply to what you get to level up. So that intelligence bonus, I'm not sure if you're watching this and I am in error about that. Please let me know. Let me know that I'm messing it all up, getting it all wrong. And with that, I think that's a good place to save ye old game. And save the clip. See what we've got. And oh, before I do that, I just want to say anybody that may be watching this who tried to watch the live stream, I don't know that many people are going to get past the first episode of the live stream. It's a good episode. The gameplay is good, but it was my first recording of all, and of course it was live. There was no editing involved, and I didn't know. My mic was turned up a little loud. I mean, it's still fairly loud now. The gain, of course. So every once in a while now, I have a second party or a third party mic that isn't, well, anyways, it just happens to be compatible with the PS4. But the mic, every once in a while, even during these playthroughs where I've turned the gain down, if I get a little loud, it'll chip, but if I turn it down anymore, then you lose some of my other. You could still hear me, but you'd have to turn your volume up on your TV. And I just don't like that. So there's, I guess, a happy medium is where I'm at now. And also, now I have the audio for the game coming through my headphones so that only I can hear it. I mean, you guys will hear it because it's coming directly to you from the game. But on that first live stream, I had it coming out of my speakers and my mic was picking it up. So everything was echoed on the video. When I watched the video through, it sounded like all of the NPC speeches in the movie speech we're all inside of a cathedral with an echo, and it was bad. It was bad. So I fear that not a lot of people probably would watch any of the videos after that, assuming that I would not fix said problems, which I have fixed said problems. So, just a note, fixed them. So give it a try. Watch me. Watch what I do. See you next time. This is Locazel signing out.